All right, everybody. What's going on? Goofy Rexy here, coming to you with another video. Today's video, of course, is going to be on Marvel Strike Force, my favorite game that I play on a day-by-day basis. Right as soon as I even wake up in the morning, before I even brush my teeth. Right? We all do it. We all love it. It is what it is. But today's video, I'm actually going to be talking about just some Marvel Strike Force fixes or improvements that I think that the game would definitely benefit from. I know that I've talked to a few members in my alliance. I've definitely talked to others too as well, that play the game. And even like looking at some of the Reddit and the Facebook posts too as well. I've seen a few kind of just like things that frustrate people that they would like to kind of just see changed, right? And to kind of go in a different direction. So I'm going to be talking about some of those things today in this video. But before I kind of dive right into it, just also want you guys to, pay attention to my links. I do, as I mentioned, I am on Twitch. The link to my Twitch page as well as my Discord are also down below. So feel free to stop by, hang out, also as well to chat or DM me or message me in my Discord too as well. I'm more than happy to connect with you guys at any point in time. Also, if you do have watched other videos and will just be interested in knowing when I go live or when I even, as well post videos on YouTube, hit that little bell that you see around there too as well. I'll be posting videos on Marvel Strike Force weekly, and of course up into other suggestions too as well. So before we kind of, further along into some other areas. The first area that I wanted to touch on was Blitz. And specifically when it comes to Blitz, Saved Sqauds. Right now, we know that Saved Sqauds are not specific to Blitz, but right now, typically the only use that you can really get out of Saved Sqauds is really, for Blitz. And what I would like for them to actually change about this is if they actually kind of just created separate tabs, right? Wouldn't it be cool if they actually created separate tabs so that you could have a Blitz Save Squad tab, or an Arena Save Squad tab, or a Raid Save Squad tab, or, a War Save Squad tab? If you're like me, the same comp that you use, you might use the same team, but the same placement that you use might be different in War. It might be different, in Arena. It's definitely going to be different in Blitz too as well. You have different comps that you use for Blitz that you wouldn't necessarily use in Raids, or that you wouldn't necessarily use in War. So one of the things that I would like to see Marvel Strike Force improve on, or actually just do as an addition, would be to improve Save Sqauds to actually give us different tabs. One for Blitz, one for Raids, one for War, and also as well, one for different areas of the game too as well. I think would be nice. Another thing that I've actually paid attention to with Save Sqauds, you have a Save Squad and you just want to change maybe just like one character, or change like the arrangement of that character. Once you hit save, it literally brings it all the way back down to the very bottom, and then now you have to pretty much essentially use these little arrows to bring them all the way back up to the top, and then of course delete that character. It would be nice if they were able to kind of just add like a feature where you were able to just like take a character, put them right there, and that's the missing slot, and then save that squad, and it wouldn't go all the way back down to the bottom. Or if you could just rearrange it, like in your save squads, be able to just rearrange a character. That would also be something that would be kind of cool too as well. I think that would be really helpful for everyone in this game. The next thing that I wanted to kind of discuss, specifically, is like character releases. So obviously we just had the most recent character release. We had Negasonic. Of course, prior to that, we had Ironheart 2 as well, that was released, through the Blitz store. Well, Negasonic, not specifically Blitz, but of course, you Blitz to get the Unity Orbs to unlock her. But one of the things that I would like for them to change is to make the Blitz character releases, in terms of the rewards that you get and the rankings of rewards, if they actually made it more similar to the Arena format, right? So with the Arena format, when it comes to rewards, you have kind of like these different slots and these different rankings, right? Your 6,000 to 10,000, your 3,000 to 6,000, etc., so on and so forth. It would be really nice if they were actually able to change the releases, or change the rankings within Blitz so that it would be more something like an arena shard. The reason why I say that is because it's hard for someone who is just starting out in the game or in the early part of the game that does Blitz a lot, or maybe might not have the same amount of teams to Blitz but still do value blitzing to try to unlock characters. It's a little unfair for that person that's 150 days in to be able to have to compete with someone that's 2 years in with a 10 million or 7 to 8 million TCP roster, right? I would love for them to actually change it so that, I personally, I do relatively fine. I normally typically get anywhere between your 45 to 55 shard range, right? So it's okay, but it's not really great to be able to unlock a 4-star character, but what about others, who are at that 150-day mark that are blitzing heavy, but it's just unfortunate because as much as they blitz, as much as they go after it and really like punch after it, they're just not getting the same type of rewards. So it would be nice if it was released and you get the shards that you got that were in a better way to where it actually was more comparable to your arena shard. That would just be my thought. I think that would actually be a really, really kind of cool feature, and I think would also improve just like the quality of the game and how much you enjoy the game and how much you enjoy blitzing. There's some that don't even blitz because they're like, well, listen, I'm not going to be able to compete, so what's the point of me even blitzing? Let me just grab the milestones and just move on with my life. I think that you would get more competitive blitzing. People would definitely blitz more often and actually see the value of blitzing. Even though it is, yes, time consuming, they would actually be able to see the value of them actually spending the time to blitz too as well. Another thing that I wanted to make mention of that kind of just came across my mind, I was going through like the war store, the arena store. Arena is fine, but the raid store, and I was looking at the characters that you could actually like grab from these stores, and one interesting tidbit, right? The War Store has 9 characters that you can farm in those stores. The Raid Store has 13 characters that you can farm in those stores. But as you can see in the Raid Store, there's only one row of 3 characters that you can get at a specific time. And then in the War Store, there's only 3 characters that you can get at a specific time. More so with the Raid Store, you have 13 characters and only 6 pop up at a time, which gives you really kind of a low percentage of being able, 1 out of 13 or whatever percentage, that you have to be able to grab a specific character in this Raid Store, right? Which I think it would be more valuable and better just experience, for an overall person playing this game, if you actually just added an additional row so that there would actually be 6 characters in the Raid Store, and an additional row so that it would actually be about, 6 characters in this store too as well. I think that would be a really, really cool and dope feature to do, and I think it's ultimately something that's very, very easy for Marvel Strike Force to do too as well. And I don't know, like I don't know about you guys, but like I would be extremely happy if when a character that you say you're actually adding to a war store, if there were actually 6. There was actually 6 characters in here, it would give me more of a likely option to be able to get Mr. Sinister, or to get, Carnage, or to get Sif, right? I mean, maybe they don't want you to do it to be able to do that. That's the reason why they haven't added it. But I mean, come on, guys. Like, it would be nice if you just gave us just a little bit more options to be able to actually get characters more frequently in these stores, because really the RNG, to get these characters is absolutely terrible, especially in the Raid Store. I mean, I can go 3-4 days before I remember when I was farming for Rocket, it took me like 3-4 days sometimes before Rocket even popped up in the store, which is absolutely insane, because you have too many characters in there, so the chances of me getting Rocket is really kind of slim at times. It would just be nice if they just added an additional row. I think that would be really cool, right? And then when it comes to Red Star upgrades, so I know this is a sensitive subject for most, because when it comes to Red Stars, they promised us, right, that they were going to actually give us more of an opportunity to, number one, get more promotion credits, but then number two, the second thing that they promised was that they were going to give us more of kind of give us more control over who we upgraded to as well. But as we can see, that was not the case, and they've since changed a few things and reverted back to other things too as well when it comes to Red Stars. So this store also is extremely RNG based, right? Where you have, these 3 rows of 3. Yes, they added a row, but then I think they took away a row too as well. So it's like whatever, like it's the same thing. One of the things that I would like for them to actually do is, what if they actually put a mechanism in the game to where you would be able to come or go to the character that you wanted to upgrade, and then there would just be somewhere in here, right, where you would be able to just like click on promoting that character with the Red Stars. Like that would be, I think, more efficient and a better experience for better experience for overall you as a player in this game, if you really did truly have more control over who you actually promoted to 4 red stars or 5 red stars, that would change the dynamic. Then FoxNet, like MSF, like you guys will be able to make more money because people would actually then spend money on actually buying those offers to promote character, with their red stars. I just think it would be a really, really, really dope way of making sure that of really kind of incentivizing, even red stars. Not that I'm saying that yes, you have to spend money to do it, but I'm saying that it would make those things more valuable. Because right now for me, like Chaos Theory is like, I do it because it's there, but I know that ultimately, because I have to wait on this RNG based store to be able to upgrade my character, and hoping that that out of these 100 and whatever 30 something characters that are in the game, that I'm going to actually be able to get the red stars, that get that character to show up at a specific time. It's just not really worth it for me, so I'd just rather just move on and just not even deal with it, so I wish that they actually gave us more control by just like saying, hey, come to this character, even if it was like something like over here or wherever, that they would just say, okay, you can promote certain character to whatever. I think that would be a really, really good, dope added feature that I would like to see them incorporate into the game, that I think would make it better. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is Orbs. If you watch one of my recent streams, I talked about premium orbs. Premium orbs are, for me, just like the most ridiculous thing that I've ever even thought about in my life, right? Okay, I'm exaggerating, but seriously, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, come on now. Premium orbs? How in the world is it a premium orb when you have 115 characters in the premium orb? That makes absolutely no sense for me. How is that a premium orb? That is not a premium orb by one bit. That's not the definition of a premium orb. Premium orb should be something where these characters are rare. These characters are, yes, hard to get, but these characters are rare, and you only can get these characters by opening up this premium orb, right? For instance, you tell me that you have a higher drop rate on a character like Minerva and Yo-Yo at a 2% drop rate each. With 115 characters in this orb, when the hell am I ever going to pull Minerva and Yo-Yo? Right? When the hell am I really going to ever pull them? I'm going to be honest with you. I think I've probably pulled Yo-Yo once in this store since they've actually put her in this orb. Minerva, I haven't pulled her. I have not pulled her since they have upped it to 2% drop rate or wherever. She might have already been in the 2% drop rate. Whatever. I don't care. Like, it's stupid. This orb is not premium because you have too many characters in this orb. 115 characters is too many characters for you to have in this orb. So please, MSF, hook us up. Take 115 characters out. Only put in, alright, so don't take all the 115 characters out, right? Put in characters that actually are premium characters. What I mean by premium characters, characters that cannot be farmed. Like I would say Cyclops, Blob, recently Toad was I would say considered to be a premium character that you can't get. Corvus Glaive, Proxima Midnight, Captain Marvel, you know what I mean, or even characters that can be farmed but it's really hard to get to that node. So I would say like Vision, right? Vision is a character that I would say is a premium character to have because he's a good character, but he's hard to get. His node is hard to not get to, but to complete. Thanos is a good character for the premium orb. I would say, Karnak is a good character for the premium orb. Characters that are later farms, characters that are later farms and hard to get to, I would say that those are characters that you put into the premium orbs. You have enough of them that it would not, super hike up the rate that you really get a character. You have enough of them, but you don't need 115 characters in the premium orb. I'm sorry, that to me is ridiculous. Why is Wolverine in the premium orb? You get him by accident. Okay, not by accident, but you get him by just playing the game every single day and completing your dailies. Why is he in the premium orbs? Please, FoxNet, hook us up. Help us out. Please, please help us out. Begging you, please, please. Take out, dumb this down, put premium characters in there again for us, please. I feel the same way about the milestone orbs too as well. I'm not going to go into this whole excerpt about the milestone orbs, but FoxNet, 92 characters in the milestone orbs? But why though? But why though? But why? Last few things, but certainly not least, making characters farmable earlier. I mentioned Blob and I mentioned Cyclops a little bit earlier. My God, when are they going to be farmable? When is Blob going to be farmable? I've heard, I don't care about the rumors. I don't care about what's been flowing around and what's been said. When is he actually going to be farmable? Cyclops. When are we going to be able to farm Cyclops? Hasn't he been out in the game for a year yet? And we still can't farm him? Ghost Rider, it took you about 7 months for you to actually put him in to a place where he can actually be farmed. Like, are we serious? Is this the rate that we're going right now when it comes to actually being able to farm characters? Come on, guys. We gotta do a little bit better, where that is concerned. I would really like for them to actually stick to a specific schedule. If a character comes out, at least 3 months later, let them be farmable, right? Like, I would like for that to be the case. Like Ironheart, I know for a fact that Ironheart is never going to be farmable for at least another 2 years based on the rate at which they go. I know for a fact. I know for a true fact. Symbiote Spider-Man, never going to be farmable. As a matter of fact, could somebody please ask them, where is the milestone? The milestone for Symbiote Spider-Man? You said it was supposed to come already. What happened? What happened, FoxNet? What is going on? Please, holla at me. Let me know. What do I need to do to get Symbiote Spider-Man to come back? Please, help me. Help me, please. I would like to see Symbiote Spider-Man come back to the milestones. I would like to see Cyclops finally be able to be farmed and Blob to finally be able to be farmed too as well, even if it's in the store. Help me out. And please, please don't do this. Please don't put Blob in like the raid store. Do we really need another character in the raid store? Do we really? Another Brotherhood character in the raid store? We already got Sabretooth. Please don't do it to us. Please. I'm begging you. FoxNet, please. I'm begging you. Don't do that. Last but certainly not least, last but for real this time, last but certainly not least, like for real though, is I would like to just have like an inventory stock. Like, it would just be nice to have like just an inventory stock just at the top of the screen that just says, you have certain amount of these items, and I know, like, you can come here and see that you have raid orbs, right? You can see that you have blue gear, but like I would like to be able to see that for like open up a store and see how many like mystic parts you have, or like unstable molecules that you have, instead of having to like go in like hoping, first of all, hoping that it's a featured item in the store, and then be able to click on that item and then see that you own this amount, or go to a character and then see how many you have. It would just be nice if I was just able to have like just an inventory to say, hey, this is how many things that I have. I might be stretching it, it might not make sense, but I'm just saying, I just want certain things to be easier. I get it, it's a game, and there has to be challenge. I take challenge as well. Challenge, I take them, but I'm just saying, just make certain things easier for me, please. Premium orbs. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth, FoxNet. If you made premium orbs premium, I would buy them. I would do it. But right now, I think that they're not worth that much. So therefore, I don't buy them. So please, 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 if you listen to nothing else, just make premium orbs better. Please. But thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I'm sure that there's some other, options and things that you've thought about too as well. Please share them in the comments. I'd like to hear what you're thinking too as well. And of course, as I mentioned before, I'm Goofy Rexy. I'm Goofy Rexy on Twitch. I'm Goofy Rexy in Discord. Please come stop by. I stream from Tuesday through Fridays, from 9, 10, to whatever time that you guys will tolerate me until. So please come on in, stop by. I would love to see and chat with you guys. Of course, as I mentioned, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit a like, leave a comment, do it all. Also as well, turn on the notification bell, hit it, ding, 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 if you want to see some other videos from me too as well. I'll be posting weekly. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And as I always say, be blessed.